Hello, everybody, and welcome to our short series. It's the anatomy of a successful law firm. In these episodes, we're just going to cover quickly, uh, you know, some steps that you can take or some things that are needed for your law firm to be successful. So we're going to kind of pull back the curtain, give you some short information, episode by episode. So our first episode, what we're going to do is start with the foundation of it all, and that's the leadership and vision. And one of the biggest misconceptions that the legal industry has is that successful law firms are built on just legal skill alone. And don't get me wrong, legal ability matters, but it's not what ultimately determines whether a firm grows, whether it struggles, or whether it stalls. What really shapes the firm is leadership. And with that leadership, you need to have a few things. You need to have a clarity of direction of the firm. You need to have consistency in your decision making, and you need the ability of the owner to step into a role that goes beyond just being a lawyer. That's goes beyond practicing law. Most attorneys, when they set out, they start firms because they're good at practicing law. They're good at what they do. But running a firm introduces a completely different set of responsibilities. With that comes, hiring, managing people, and people are unpredictable, making financial decisions, creating structure. And the challenge in all this is when very few lawyers are trained for that, um, something happens. And what happens is that the firm it grows, but the leadership doesn't evolve at the same pace. Another thing that often gets overlooked is in this is vision, and not vision in a corporate sense, but in a practical sense. So you have to ask yourself, what kind of firm am I actually trying to build? Is it going to be a high volume firm? Is it a boutique practice? Is it a lifestyle firm, work life balance? Is it going to be a scalable business? Some attorneys build firms with the clear goal of being able to sell it off to a larger entity in 5, 10, 15 years. So you need clarity in that. And without that clarity, your decisions, what happens is instead of being they end up becoming reactive instead of intentional. And that's where confusion starts. And it's confusion not just for the owner, but for the team, because there's no clear direction or foundation of where the firm is going or supposed to be going. And in small firms, um, in particular, the leadership sets the tone. The leadership isn't abstract. It shows up all the time throughout your firm. It shows up how you communicate, how you handle pressure, how you make decisions. Your team, they take cues from you, and they're always watching you, whether you realize it or not. So if things feel inconsistent or unclear or always reactive, a lot of times this isn't an issue with the people; it's an issue with the clarity of the leadership. So, in closing, the foundation of a successful law firm isn't just legal skill; it's with direction. And the earlier firm owner can recognize this shift, the easier it becomes to build momentum and build something intentional instead of reactive. And this is going to be common thread throughout this Anatomy of the Law Firm series. Be intentional. These are the kind of leadership conversations that we often have with firm owners as they start thinking about, the long-term direction of the practice. So I want you to think about that leadership foundation. Thank you. See you next episode.